Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I got a quick drink and we're ready to go, so let's just keep going. We're in the machine in the common room, and Dolores saying, "Thank goodness you're safe." Dolora, Karma is still... That's Waltz but talking. Wow, what's that? The whole room is shining. Waltz pauses in surprise as an intense light erupts in the middle of the machine. For a few moments, I am struck blind. Yeah, no kidding, so am I. Oh, okay. As the light begins to fade away, I see Parfait. Her expression is grim as she holds on to the man who helped us earlier. Waltz, please get Rumple right away. Right away, Lady Parfait. What's that? Together we carefully set him down on the sofa. Now that I can see the injured man more closely, I come to the conclusion that I was right earlier. Karma? Yes, he's badly injured. Oh, so Varg is pretty good, huh? Because I remember Karma was supposed to be really good. A really good swordsman, that is. Dolora. Parfait, what are you doing using the teleportation spell? You know what it does to your body. It was his excuse me. Excuse me. It was his cane. It was enchanted and I didn't think. Parfait shifts on her feet before losing her balance and stumbling backwards. Dolora catches her before she can fall. I didn't have a choice. He would have killed him otherwise. I was right then. I should have gone. Now here's Rumple. What's all the noise? The instant Rumple sees Karma, his puzzled expression sharpens into something more serious. Rumple strides forward with a confidence I did not expect. Rumple, I need hot water, and the bag Anise keeps in the kitchen. Waltz, I'll grab it for you. Who is this man, and what has he done with Rumple? Rumple recovered one of his journal entries the other day. He's remembered that he's a doctor. That doesn't really explain why his entire demeanor has changed. But I suppose that's not important right now. I'm so glad you're safe, Princess. I've never seen Parfait look this tired. Parfait, are you hurt? Don't worry about me, Princess. I'll be fine. Dolora. Like any of us are going to believe that. I have so many questions for the two of them that I have no idea where to start. My brain feels like a scrambled board full of puzzle pieces that won't fit together. Oh, don't fuss. I really am fine. What is going on? Dolora, why don't you get the princess something to drink? I'll come and join you shortly. Dolores sets a mug down in front of me before taking a seat beside me. Chocolate, hot and sweet. I raided the pantry for you. It smells exactly like something I'd have in the palace. I did not know there was chocolate here. Anise thinks she can hide it from us, but she can't. Will Karma be alright? Rumple is apparently a renowned doctor. Karma will be fine. I do not know how this happened. It was just meant to be a simple test. But now Karma and Parfait are hurt because of Varg. They shouldn't have come. They did not have to come for me. But they came because they were worried about you. Why do these people care so much about me? What do they really want? They would not have been hurt if they did not come. I went to meet you, there's Delora, but when I got to the plaza, you were gone. I thought there might be some magic barring me from seeing you, so I ran to the Marchen and asked for everyone's help. I messed up. They were hurt because I failed. Parfait. The only one to blame is Varg. Are you alright? You're limping. I'll be fine. I'm just tired. Parfait takes a seat at the opposite side of the table from Delora and I. Have you told her? No, not yet. Told me what? Is this about Alcaster? No, it's about Varg. I waited a good half hour or so at the house after you left, Lucette. No one came, so I just walked out, but Fritz wasn't there. He wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house. What? But where would he have gone? Princess. Fritz is cursed. You know this, yes? Of course. He remembered me. Well, what does his being cursed have to do with anything? Delora. Whenever you're with Fritz, Varg never stops by the house. In fact, I have never seen Varg in broad daylight, and I've definitely never seen Fritz and Varg together in the same place at once. Parfait. I've been wondering why Varg is working for Alcaster. Then there's the fact that he wears a mask and conceals his identity. They're linking Varg and Fritz together. That's not possible. Whatever you're thinking, it's ridiculous. So is an entire kingdom forgetting they have a crown princess. Magic works in strange and mysterious ways. Yeah, that's a good point. But Fritz would never... It's only a theory, but it's more than possible that Fritz and Varg are the same person. Two personalities sharing one body. No. I stand and ball my hands into tight fists. You're wrong. I turned to walk away. Where are you going? Princess, we're not done talking to you. Delora, give her a dime. Oh, okay, we're out in the forest now. Behind the Marchen. I do not go too far. I just want to give myself enough space to think. Fritz and Varg are the same? It's not possible. Why would Delora say that? Okay, someone came running up and screaming, Princess. Oh, it's Sir Mithros. How strange. Okay. Sir Mithros? Where did he come from? How does he know who I am? Did Alcaster tell him? Sir Mithros believed him? She's having a flashback to when Varg was speaking. Let's just say a safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Could it be that Sir Mithros is the someone Varg was referring to? Mithras. Thank goodness you're alright. How did he know where I was? I am so sorry for my lack of foresight, Princess. None of this should have happened. I will serve you properly from now on, with complete honesty, unlike those within the machine. You shouldn't have left the Leviton home. It is too dangerous for you. Sir Mithras has not seen me since I have been cursed. So why is he talking to me as if he knows who I am? Not only that, but he knows I left the Leviton home. So you remember that I am the Crown Princess, Sir Mithras? I could not lie to you, Princess. Yes, I do remember. How is that possible? I am a witch. A witch? Father would never let a witch work in the palace. I feel the cogs of my mind slowly whirling, piecing together a puzzle I cannot see in full. The witch who set the alarm on the Leviton home, the person Sir Alcaster wants a favor from, and the person he and Varg are working for. It's him. But you must believe me when I say I mean you no harm. Mithras. I only want to protect you from the people in the Machine. Protect me. Those in the Machine have cursed you. It is unforgivable. When I heard what they did to Varg in order to abduct you. Abduct me from Varg? Who is Varg? You would not believe me if I told you the truth. I believed you when you said you were a witch. True. Forgive my assuming, Princess. I take a deep breath and look him in the eyes. Are Varg and Fritz the same person? Yes. And that they inhabit the same body. So Delora was telling the truth. But it was necessary. Fritz was not willing to follow some of my orders that ensured your safety. Varg, however, is obedient and a more capable bodyguard. Nothing can be allowed to stand in the way of your safety, least of all the knight who is meant to protect you. Are you the one who cursed him? Yes. He said that without even batting an eye. My princess, you must believe me. Those in the Machine are only lying to you, trying to keep you away from your destiny. They are your enemies. How can you know that? I do not wish to bring up uncomfortable subjects, but you must be aware of the public's opinion of you. Yes. They hate me for some reason, and they want Emmeline to be crown princess in my place. Sir Mithras nods, his expression solemn but flickering with sympathy. And the Machine people have cursed you, haven't they? Such a curse keeps you from your rightful place. He is right. I believe you have been cursed because I see you as a threat to their true goal. A true goal? Perhaps they meant to teach you a lesson, so to speak, because they irrationally despise you. Such people cannot be trusted. They only seek to use and hurt you for their own pleasure. They will probably do anything in their power to keep you from breaking your curse. I cannot let that happen. I failed my queen in this once. I shall not fail you. Could that be true? Delora and Parfait are trying to balance the light and darkness in the kingdom, and the curse is meant to teach me? So what could Sir Methros is saying really be true? What he says makes sense. I could either doubt him or believe him. You know, if you look at it rationally, if you look at it like logically, it would seem like they cursed her so that Emmeline could become princess because they hate her, and they think Emmeline would make a much nicer princess, you know? But, you know, Varg there is a little too crazy, so I'm going to doubt him for a bit. But it cannot be true. Right? I don't believe you. The people in Machen are not... Would good people curse you, even knowing how much you would suffer as a consequence? Okay. If they truly cared about you, would they curse you? Delora might be the one who cursed me, but everyone else in the Machen doesn't seem to think anything of it. That's a good point, actually. I do not know what to think. I know this is difficult to believe coming from me, so why not ask them, Princess? Ask the Machen traders if they consider you a threat. Ask if they do not intend for you to suffer beneath the weight of your curse. You will learn that I have not lied. I go back to the Machen with dark thoughts swirling in my head. Okay, we're in the Machen common room again. Yes, Delora. There you are. We were worried about you. Excuse me. All I've been doing is trying to get answers from Delora. Why is it more difficult this time? Lucette, are you okay? Where is Parfait? Rumple and Waltz are saying to her. The others are all in bed. Is something wrong? What do I say? How could I possibly ask them? My throat is closing up. Did you know what would happen after you cursed me? Did you intend for me to suffer? Lucette, that's... Did she? Could Sir Methros have been right? Anger rises up within me. Do you know how it felt to sleep out in the cold, without shoes, without food, not knowing if I would ever have a roof over my head again? Do you know what I was like? What it was like for my own father to look at me and not see me as his daughter? I advance on Delora, and she shrinks back, pointedly looking away from me. You knew all of that was going to happen, and still you cursed me. And you call yourself good? Princess, how could you? Lucette, I have my reasons. Very important reasons. Is it because I'm a threat to you somehow? Delora's expression shows me that she is hiding something. She has been hiding something since the beginning. I wouldn't put it that way. Actually, that's the truth. We know from the other stories. Did you curse me to teach me some sort of twisted lesson? I told you before, Princess, that the wicked were taught to be good through curses. Everything I've done is to help you. Dolores' face is pale. I can see the anxiety in her eyes as well as the guilt. She does not need to say anything else. Dolores cursed me to hurt me. If she had wanted me to break it, she would have helped me rather than just criticize my every move. And that she has succeeded in, all that she has succeeded in is keeping me away from my birthright. And those at the Machin all agree with that sentiment. Lucette, I'm serious. I really just want to help you. Serious? When she has done nothing to help me? The answer is obvious. Dolores does not want me to succeed. They are not different. They are the same. They are the same as everyone else. Sir Mithros was right. I cannot believe I trusted you. I thought everyone here was different. I thought you were different. But I was wrong. I turned to leave. Lucette, wait. Okay, we're back out in the forest again, out back. I make my way back to where I was earlier, making sure no one has followed me. I see that Sir Mithros stands firmly in the same place. As I draw nearer, I notice that his expression is concerned, his eyes gentle. Are you all right? It's Mithros. I take a moment to assess my feelings. There is anger, but also resignation. Was I expecting him to be right all along? There's Vog, too. Vog. Rough night, huh? Where did Vog come from? I'm afraid our princess has learned the true nature of her Machin friends. I did not have to speak with everyone to know. No one in that place has any reason to help me. It's naive to think that their kindness does not come with a price. Mithros. Come, let us leave this place at once. Sir Mithros holds out his hand for me, but I do not take it. I instinctively take a step back. Is something wrong? Where do you intend to take me? To your rightful place. I will take you back to the palace. How? No one there will believe you. You knew who I was right from the beginning. Why did you not take me back to the palace earlier? I apologize for the delay, but I was making preparations for your return. Preparations? You'll find out soon enough. Can I really trust Sir Mithros? At this point, I'm not even sure who I am supposed to trust anymore. I would rather stay with Fritz. My eyes fly to Vog, but I do not sense any of Fritz's warmth on his face. His lips slowly curl into a smile when he meets my gaze. So, the princess knows, huh? Where is Fritz? Sleeping. Should I wake him up for you? I am not in the mood for jokes, Vog. I want Fritz back. You wound me, princess. You choose him over me? I can protect you better than he can. His smile becomes more malicious when he sees the irritation on my face. I will be safer under Fritz's care. No, will you now? Because I'm confident you'll be safer under mine. Mithros. Vog, do not be disrespectful to the princess. Varg scoffs, but says nothing more when Sir Methros turns to me. Princess, it is of the utmost importance that you are kept safely away from Mashen, and the palace is the safest place I can think of. And also, your mother requires something of you. What is he talking about? Mother is dead. Tell me what it is. I cannot talk about this here. Once you return to the palace, I will tell you all that you need to know. Right now, I must return to the palace to make the final arrangements. Varg will escort you to the Levitans, so that you may gather your things. At dawn, come to the palace gates. I will ensure your entrance and safety from there. Until tomorrow, Princess. Okay. Sir Methros bows to me, but does not even spare Varg a glance as he walks away. I turn to look at Varg. It is still hard to believe that he and Fritz could possibly be the same person. His hair color, posture, and personality were all so different from Fritz's. How could they be the same person? Yeah, that's right, that's what I was thinking. I remember, because Fritz has like white hair, and this guy has like black hair. Do I have something on my face? I close the distance between us with a single step. Watch yourself, Princess. I bite. You do not. Excuse you? Varg looks slightly shocked by my straightforwardness, which is surprising in and of itself. There is no reason for me to be afraid of you. If this is Sir Methros' doing, then he won't let Varg hurt me. Methros has a terrible habit of running his mouth, doesn't he? I ignore the flare of awareness in the pit of my stomach as I look closely at Varg's face. They are the same height and build, but that is not so strange. I lean in closer still so that I can look past the shape of his mask. His eyes are the same. They are Fritz's eyes. I can no longer deny everything Sir Methros and Delora have told me. The man standing before me is both Fritz and a stranger. One of the people I thought I knew best, but now know nothing about. You are Fritz's curse. But I have not heard of a fairy tale that involves two people sharing one body. Yeah? You really should brush up on your fairy tales. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what his fairy tale is too. Varg's voice is suddenly lower, a low growl in his throat. I feel a shiver run down my spine. I try to run away only to have my attempt thwarted by Varg, who stops me by reaching out to grab my arm. You cannot hurt me even if you wanted to. Fritz would never... No, but I'm not Fritz. Your sad little puppy knight might worship the ground you walk on. He might sit and beg for even a single scrap of your attention. But guess what? I'm not your dog. He abruptly releases me and turns swiftly on his heels before walking away, footsteps smooth. For a moment I stand there shocked. How could he insult Fritz in such a manner, if they are the same person? How could a curse change Fritz into someone like Varg? Okay, I have a chance to defend Fritz and say nothing. I'm defending Fritz. Fritz is not a dog. Really now, how much do you know about your precious knight? I try to say something, but nothing comes out. It is true that I do not know much about him after all, about him at all. You know nothing about him, so stop pretending you do. Frog continues to walk forward ever so slowly, but I remain rooted in place. Eventually he whirls around and looks at me. Any day now, princess. I study his expression and body language. While his glaring might have made me nervous earlier, it does not faze me now. All this time I've been uneasy about you, even though it's your mission to keep me safe. But if that's the case, why do you seek to frighten and overpower me at every turn? I raise my eyebrow at him, then take a confident step forward. This time it is Varg that shirks away from me. Does having to answer to Sir Mithros and Sir Alcaster chafe at you, Varg? If it does, perhaps you are more similar to Fritz than you think. Varg's hands clench over his cane as he glowers at me. You always talk about that idiot. Do you know how sick I am of hearing about him? You want to know the truth, Lucette? You're wondering how two personalities can share the same body? Well, sure, magic was the catalyst. But the other part of the magic, well, that was all Fritz. What? You think Fritz is some great honorable knight? Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. And then you know what? I wouldn't exist. Oh, wow, he's got a sort of a point there. I didn't think about that. What is he suggesting? Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, princess. There was already something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life. And now, here I am. No, you're wrong. Fritz twisted and dark? I do not believe it. I think I knew Fitzgerald a lot better than you do, Lucette. Don't think I act this way of my free will, at least. Not completely. I have these compulsions. The spark in Varg's eyes is dangerous. His eyes suddenly seem out of focus as he stares at me, his gaze glassy. His expression suddenly twists, becoming something dark and anguished. He doubles over to the ground with a pained gasp. You're meant to be asleep. Who is he talking to? Oh, wow. I watch in horror as Varg's body is eclipsed by a slow-moving shadow. The darkness envelops his body, and all I can do is stare in shock as his figure fades into a black silhouette. Before I can decide whether to go to his side or not, the shadows tumble like a fallen cloak. Boom. It's Fritz. I immediately recognize the man standing before me. Fritz. Princess, what are we doing here? You don't remember? Fritz places a hand on his head and cringes. I see him stumble slightly as he slowly rises. I'm not sure. I remember falling asleep, and then there was this distant pain that woke me up. And now I'm suddenly here, with you. Did Varg's emotion somehow trigger Fritz into waking? I'm sorry, Princess. My mind is a little foggy. I don't understand what's going on right now. Fritz shakes his head before turning to look at me with a tired, faint smile. Perhaps I'll feel better once I get some rest. You're right. Let's go back. I feel the tenseness come back into my body as I remember all of the things that transpired at the Machen. The building is dim at night and looks more like a place of shadows than anything else. I clench my hands into fists and try not to shake. They intended to hurt me. They wanted me to suffer. My heart hardens into something cold and sharp as ice. Their kindness was a lie. Mother taught me people were like this. I should have listened to her. I finally turn away from the Machen with conviction. I am not meant to stay there. I must go back to where I belong. Okay. We're gonna stop here. It's getting far past 30 minutes again. Looks like a flashback. So, with young Lucette and her father. So, this is probably a great place to stop. So, now this is starting to get interesting. I thought it was just gonna rehash what was going on and stuff, and now suddenly, okay, we know that Fritz and Varg. I was surprised that they're sharing the same body. That one doesn't know the other. I assumed one didn't know the other, but I didn't. Well, no, Varg knows Fritz. Just Fritz doesn't know Varg. That's all. But I thought it was like, at midnight or something, he turns into him, or Okay, so then it's her Mithros, and she's okay, all right. So that's good, actually. I sort of like this. That she'll stay over at the Leverton house and maybe the palace again. That should be fun to see. Like this, I like that each story keeps on sort of going to a different place. A different. Well, a couple were at the Machen, but one was at the palace, and now this, I think, is going to be at the Leverton house in the palace. So it's sort of mixing things up, Okay, well. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for listening, and I hope you join us again, or join me again. Hope you join me again, and so we can continue the story. All right, I'll say goodbye here, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.